Assalamu alaikum students. I hope all of you are good. Take out your science book, unit number 11, that is about exploring space. Students, in our last lessons, we have learned about the probes, which are actually robot spacecraft. Then we learned about the satellites. There are two types of satellites, natural satellites like moon and earth, and artificial satellites. Then we learned about the orbits, geocentric orbit, types of geocentric orbits, and polar and geostationary orbits. After that, we started the topic of uses of satellites. First one was communication satellite, and second we did Earth observation satellite. Today we are going to start from the navigation satellite. Navigation satellite transmit data so that ships and aircrafts can locate their position to within 100 meters. Navigation satellites are a type of artificial satellite which help out to locate the position. Let's have a look. This is a global navigation satellite from NASA. In this picture, you can see how navigation satellites are helping the cars, aircraft, ships to locate their positions. I'll show you a video how navigation satellites work.
Time for an exercise. How do we find our location anywhere in the world? We can find our location on Earth with the help of an artificial satellite. The artificial satellites help transmit signals from the satellite in space to the receiver on Earth. For example, the Global Positioning System, GPS, provides the location and time information to the GPS receiver in your phones.
Okay, students, our next topic is space station. A space station is a large spacecraft that stays in orbit all the time. Scientists can stay in it and carry out assigned experimental work. In 1977 and 1988, two cosmonauts, Vladimir Titov and Musa Manarov, spent a year in space station. Space station is actually a big spacecraft that keep on orbiting around the Earth in space. And scientists have experimental work there and they spend time into the space. Vladimir Titov and the Musa Manarov are the two Russian scientists, Russian astronauts who spent 1 year in space station. They did some experimental work and they observed the Earth and space into the space. This is a picture of a space station that is sent from the NASA. You can see inside of the space station. This is how astronauts are working there. In this picture, you can see this is a bedroom of the space station. This is cosmonaut Vladimir Titov, who spent 1 year in space in 1977. This is the picture of the Musa Manarov, who spent a year in space in 1988. Both Musa Manarov and the Vladimir Titov are Russian astronauts. Cosmonaut means a person who is an astronaut, but he belongs to the Russia. Also, our next topic is global positioning system. Global Positioning System, or the GPS, is a space-based global navigation system that provides reliable location and time information in all kinds of the weather and at all times, anywhere on or near the Earth. It is maintained by the government of the US of America, but is freely accessible to anyone with a GPS receiver. It was established in 1973 and has become a widely used and useful tool for commerce, banking, science, and the mobile phone operation. So in GPS, we all have GPS receivers in our mobiles, in our cars. The purpose of the GPS is to locate the position, to know the map of any position. If you want to go anywhere, you can use the GPS. It was established in 1973 by America, and anyone can access it freely. I'll show you a video that will explain how GPS works.
We benefit from satellites more than we recall. We use GPS, which is the abbreviation for Global Positioning System, to find locations, routes to destinations, and maps. GPS is a network of 24 satellites that move around the Earth in different orbits. Each satellite completes 2 revolutions around the Earth each day. The location is calculated by connecting to 4 satellites at the same time. GPS can also be used to track cars and even people.
Okay, students, I hope all of you have understand how GPS works. Students, our lesson is ended here. Now you have to revise all the lesson. In our next lesson, we will solve the exercise. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.